One more time, good morning and welcome everyone. Good morning, Dr. Vikram, although you have afternoon, I presume, in India.
Yes.
Yes.
It is a very nice afternoon here. Little bit raining, little bit humid. So it's a different weather here in India.
Yes.
Hot
We
and
also
humid.
try to keep up our rhythm and adjust for the weather conditions. You know, the summertime is very short, especially in the Baltics. So it's very challenging and heroic from our participants who joining us today this Saturday morning, because summer is short. So people trying to keep up with knowledge of Ayurveda, which will be shared today by Dr. Vikram Chauhan, the founder and the practitioner of the Planet Ayurveda India. Myself, Alexander Laktionov, I am the head of Planet Ayurveda Baltics and Latvia. And with the help of the Planet Ayurveda Russia and CIS countries, Dementia and Natalia, it was organized. And Alina Voronova, as always, our synchronized translator for Russian language in the separate channel. How to switch to Russian language, you can find the instructions in the chat. So today, as usual, we selected the theme what was voted before by our participants in the Telegram and the WhatsApp channels of different countries. So this pretty trendy, I can say, topic about the liver cleansing and the overall condition of the person. It's the most popular, especially for the summer, by some reason. So how to achieve this with the natural approach and the knowledge of Ayurveda? Please share with us, Dr. Vikram, and we will be glad to apply this knowledge for ourselves.
Thank you, Alexander. I hope everybody knows me. Are the participants the previous ones or any new participants also?
Yeah, I believe they know you.
Okay. So that is good. So I hope they liked my previous lectures. I'm always talking about how to stay healthy and how you can maintain your physical fitness as well as mental fitness. I always emphasize on mental health also because mind is prime. And if your mind is fit, then you can say your life is super hit. So always stay happy, peaceful, and blissful. So these are the five fingers. Just a short reminder: these five fingers. This is mental health top finger. So this is physical health. If the mind is good, the physical health will be good. So if you take care of your mind, your aggression, your anger, your talks, and your thoughts, then your hormones, your internal metabolism, your internal biochemistry, everything will be peaceful and blissful. Even the genes, they can change, the genetic expression can change just with your emotions. So these physical disorders which we are talking about, all the doctors like me and other doctors, when we talk about physical disorders, they can manifest in our body because of the thoughts also. Because our thoughts, we secrete a lot of cortisol, and because of cortisol, we develop imbalance of the energies and the deposition of fat, especially in the liver. So today's topic is metabolic imbalance and insulin resistance and fatty liver. So everything is related with each other. The physical matter or the food, you call it food, I call it physical matter. So you call it body, I call it physical matter. So this physical matter is made by this food. So when we put apple in our body, the apple becomes our cells. So our cells, they are so intelligent, they can take out the best thing from the apple. So if you put in bad things in your body, if you put in chocolates, if you put in some fries or some fast food or junk food or soft drinks or hard drinks or alcohol, what the body will take out. Body will have to give the nutrition to the food to get rid of it, and everything which you will get is junk, nothing else. So be careful whenever you eat something, be careful whenever you think something. So this is mental health, physical health, and these two healths. This is, if you're mentally fit, you're physically fit, then you're financially also fit, and this is financial health. And when you are physically fit, mentally fit, financially fit, then you're socially also fit. Socially also you can be very well accepted. So this one is the fifth one, is your spirit. If you are spiritually fit, if you know, if you are accepting the situations and the circumstances, then in life so many things are happening. And if you are kind enough to yourself to witness those situations like a third party, like a third person, to see this illusion of the world, then you are away from the stress. You can meditate, you can calm down, you can tell yourself that everything will be fine and everything is okay. So these are the physical ailments which people are struggling with. Just remember that only one thing which can help you is focus, calm down, think positive, and think how to think about the steps which you can take, and remember those steps. Be consistent in taking those steps that will reverse all the physical problems which you are facing, not only these basic metabolic imbalances or the insulin resistance, but so many other also. So let's begin with this. Next slide, please.
Vikram, taking the opportunity, I want to remind to our participants that the format of this seminar is 1 hour presentation from you and 30 minutes questions and answers from our participants that they can send to the chat of this Zoom, and we will directly discuss it with you. Meanwhile, please check, Dr. Vikram, also your sound, if it can be a bit improved. And we can start now with the presentation. Let's go forward.
Okay, now you can tell me if this is okay now.
The volume is okay. So I hear some background noise.
Okay, maybe it is the air conditioner. I will turn it off. Just hold on.
Well, don't fry yourself, please. I know it's very hard now, very hot now in Chandigarh. All Europe now is covered also by the heat wave, which also we need to keep under consideration. But in the Baltics, as usual, it's not that hot.
We are used to heat, so it's okay. 1 hour of sauna is fine for me. I now it is better.
Yes, Dementi absolutely happy is our administrator. He said it's very nice noise, voice, not a noise. So let's go.
Okay, so we were talking about the the food is also made up of the matter. I see the food whenever something comes in front of me. I see it as earth, water, fire, air, and space. So if you eat too much of earth, too much of water, too much of heavy food, or too much processed food, that can actually block the channels. That can cause a fermentation. Or if you consume incompatible foods, and Ayurveda, there are so many foods which are described as incompatible with each other. They don't go well. Their energies don't go well with each other. So Ayurveda is the science of observation and a lot of experience, thousands of years of experience. It is not created in lab. It is not 100-year old. It is thousands of years of old. So if we eat burger or French fries or some processed food, the body has to give the reserves of the vitamins and minerals and to burn it to neutralize it and get rid of it. So if, and secondly, is too many calories in the form of these French fries or the chocolates or the cakes and pastries, even the pizzas or the macaroni or the pasta or the white rice or the flour, it is full of glucose or full of sugar. So we must understand that whenever we are eating food, we should know the constituents of the food. So if and also our own prakriti or our own nature, our own constitution, we are also made up of five elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. The food is also made up of five elements. So earth and water is kapha, fire is pitta, air and space is vata. So if we are taking earth and water, we will have more earth and water in our body, and that is high calorie food, heavy food. Like earth is heavy, water is heavy. So we will accumulate earth and water, we will become bigger and bigger. So sweet taste, whatever in the food is sweet, is earth and water. So that earth and water is going to cause the problem, is going to block the channels, and that is called metabolic imbalance. When in Ayurveda, it is described that we have different types of metabolic fires. The most important is the digestive fire, and then the next one is the fire of the metabolism or the tissue fire or the metabolic fire, which converts one form of matter into another form of matter. For example, we take apple is broken down by our fire, by our liver, by our intestines into smaller molecules, and that fire is called metabolic fire. So if we put something in our fire, if if the fire burns it or takes out some ingredients, and if there is nothing to take out, if the food is not good quality, what will happen? Our body will start causing the metabolic reactions or chemical changes in our cells, the physical changes in our cells, in our thoughts also. If the food is not good, the thoughts are also affected, the energy levels are also affected. Too much sugar can also bring us down, make us slow, make us dull. For example, caffeine can temporarily make you alert. Alcohol can make you temporarily happy, but in the long run, they can cause damage. They can cause more problems in the body. So, the problem with the people, why they don't understand. So many doctors, they are talking about the same thing. You yourself are educated enough, you are grown ups, and you are also aware that we should eat healthy food. But why we forget? Because we are not promising ourselves. We should make a promise to ourselves. When we make a promise to somebody, we remember, okay, I am committed. I said something to somebody. So the best thing is to promise yourself that I will be eating happy food, and I will be staying happy and healthy. Next slide, please. So whenever we eat the food has some calories, and those calories are converted by our liver into glucose, and the body consumes the glucose and burns it. It has the sugar in it, and what our body is doing, it is burning the sugar by oxygen. We take the oxygen when we breathe in, like this. The oxygen goes, and what is the purpose of oxygen? To burn. In the universe also, you see, if you leave one bicycle outside, it will rust. And what is rusting? Rusting is oxidization. Oxidation. Similarly, there is oxidized silver utensils also, oxidized silver ornaments also. That is also rusting or oxidation of the metals. Similarly, our body is using the oxygen to oxidize the glucose. Whatever we eat, the glucose goes into our blood and it is oxidized, it is burnt by our cells, and the ATP or the energy is taken by the body, and the junk is thrown out of the body. By using some vitamins and minerals, it is thrown out. So this is the normal process. But if there is too much of sugar coming in, if too much of food coming in, if too many calories coming in, lot of Coca-Cola, lot of alcohol, lot of beer, lot of pizza, pasta, and everything, what will happen? The body will start storing the food in the form of glycogen in the liver, in the body, in the muscles. So, and also in the form of fat around the belly. in Yes. So in the woman, the fat is stored uh, in around the belly, around the hips, under the arms, on the arms, evenly distributed all over the body. But in men, usually it is on the belly. So whenever you see somebody is having fat, that means his liver or her liver is extra burdened because of too much of fat tissue, and liver is taking all the problems to itself. And uh, and liver is the seat of metabolism. Liver is our engine. Liver is the key machine of the body, because it is taking control of the cholesterol, taking control of the hormones, taking control of the diabetes, because every metabolic function is taking place here. So much is going on in liver. Next slide, please. So whenever there is some food going in the form of sugar, whenever body sees sugar rising, the pancreas releases insulin. So whenever there is insulin, is actually a growth hormone. It is responsible for growth also. If there is too much sugar, too much sugar, too much sugar, and there is too much insulin, too much insulin, too much insulin, it is causing uncontrolled growth also sometimes. So the cancer is, what is cancer? Cancer is uncontrolled growth. So too much sugar is also linked with the cancers, because there is too much insulin circulating in the blood, and that is causing the malfunction of the cells, leading to the formation of cancer cells. So always check your fasting insulin levels. We are checking our fasting sugar levels whenever we are checking. So also check your fasting insulin levels. So insulin levels should not be very high. It should be low. So if the insulin level is high, it means your metabolism is disturbed. It goes high in stress also. Insulin level goes high in imbalance of the metabolism also. So always check insulin, because it can promote the storage of fat in the liver, in the body organs. So high insulin is not good. So eat less food, eat good food. You can eat quality salads and fruits, and anything which is coming from the ground. I always say in my every lecture, everything growing on the plants, on the trees, or coming from the ground. That is what you should remember. If you see a tree where you can see the packets of chocolates hanging, or the cakes growing on a tree, then it is okay. But there is no tree where you will see such foods. So it is always, and also those packaged juices. People consume a lot of juices. It's too much sugar inside. They don't take Coca-Cola or the cold drinks, but they switch over to juices. But always make sure the juices, they also have a lot of sugar. So the sugar is impacting the metabolism, and diabetes is world's number one killer nowadays. It is causing heart problems. It is causing so many other issues. Next slide. So high carb intake, no physical activity. This is belly fat. This is like a, you are growing your own field. Suppose you have 1 acre, 1 acre land, and there is a small pump of 1 horsepower, which is feeding 1 acre land. But God has given you only 1 horsepower pump, that is heart, and also 1 acre land, that is your body. So if you increase the size of the land, for example, if you make it 5 acres, then what will happen? The 1 horsepower pump, what will happen to that pump? It will fail, because it will not be able to feed to 5 acre. So that is why obesity is the leading cause of problems like diabetes, like blood pressure. because blood pressure is just like when the pipes they are stiff, the arteries they become stiff, and imagine a stiff pipe, the water or blood is going through the stiff pipe, it cannot fluctuate, it cannot be elastic. So when the elasticity loses, and then you can just see it, the lumen is tight, and then it is, the blood pressure is increased. And then there is no physical activity, there is, you're not sleeping well, too much work, too much stress. So all these things they can lead to problems. Next slide. So what insulin resistance can cause? So these are the so many issues. The arteries they are inelastic, that is leading to this atherosclerosis, hardening of the arteries. The arteries become hardened, stiff, and there is too much of thrust. You want to, your body wants water to clean the system, and the vision, because there is sugar in your eyes, the water in the eyes it gets sugary, so you get blurred vision. The retina also gets sugar layer. I was interviewing my driver, and also I interviewing my construction worker. There was a construction worker working in my home. He said, "Sir, if we add some sugar into cement, it will be hard within 15 minutes. If we don't add sugar into the cement, it will take 24 hours to harden the substances." And the driver also said, "Sir, if we add sugar to any engine of any big machine or any big car, any expensive car or BMW or Mercedes or Porsche or any other car, it doesn't matter, but it will be spoiled, the engine will be spoiled within 15 minutes. So just few little bit sugar in the engine. So even so, it means that sugar is coating everything, even the arteries, even the retina. It is blocking the flow of energy. So it is causing the stiffness and the stickiness, high cholesterol levels, and it is blocking the flow of energy in the liver also. Next, please. So whenever there is fatty liver, the main symptom is fatigue. So I'm explaining fatigue because, and also discomfort in the upper abdomen, right side of here. You can see this side. So whenever you see discomfort at this side, uh, on the right side of your upper abdomen, that is sign of fatty liver. And the fatty liver is just nothing but deposition of fat in the liver. So if you go for ultrasound, you can check, and then if there is some damage in the liver, in the functionality of the liver, then the enzymes can also be high. Next, please. Okay, so these are the different levels. You always check fasting insulin, always check this fasting blood sugar. HbA1c is 3 months average sugar levels. Liver function test, if the liver is damaged or the can be different. And sometimes this triglyceride and HDL can also be affected. Low HDL. What is HDL? HDL is high density lipoprotein. This HDL you see in the lipid profile is also called, from my, I have given a terminology called happy lipoprotein. So it is, why it is called happy, because it is, if the HDL is high, that means you are happy, and happiness increases the HDL. If you are walking, then if you are exercising, then HDL will rise, because HDL is keeping the body healthy. HDL is cleansing the arteries. HDL is taking away the garbage. You can compare it as a very good cop, very good policeman, which is catching the criminals. So cholesterol and triglyceride, they are two bad criminals which are circulating in the arteries, and this HDL is catching them and catching them and catching them, and it is putting them in the liver. So it is a good policeman, good cop. And there is LDL and VLDL. They are corrupt cops. I call them corrupt cops. So LDL and VLDL, they are taking bribe from the triglyceride and cholesterol, and they are releasing them back into the bloodstream. So LDL and VLDL, they are helping the triglyceride and cholesterol to go back into the bloodstream and create the problems in the arteries. But HDL is a good cop; it is catching the triglyceride and cholesterol, putting it back. So, but if you are walking, if you are doing pranayama, breathing exercise, kapal bhati, anulom vilom, bastrika, other pranayama or meditation or walking or exercise, then the good cop will increase in your blood. HDL will increase. So the cholesterol levels and bad things will, they will go away. Next slide, please. So these are the body mass index, how to measure them. There is no need to technically learn this. Just you can observe if somebody is fatty or not fatty, somebody is fat or not. We can just look at the person and we can see his metabolism is deranged. He's not having balanced metabolism. Next slide. Okay. Next slide. Ayurvedic view is that the digestive fire or the Agni, we call it Agni. So I think it's a similar word in Russia and Baltic and Europe also. Agni is fire, and when the fire is low, what will happen? The toxins will accumulate in the body, and if the toxins accumulate, they are called ama. These toxins are called ama in Ayurveda, and that causes the blockage of the arteries, blockage of the channels, flow of energy is stopped, and that leads to all kind of diabetes, fatty liver, and tumors, cancers, and insulin resistance. All doshas they get, all the energies they get imbalanced. Next slide, please. So, to improve the digestive fire, because whenever we eat heavy food, it is heavy. When I say we eat heavy food, what I'm saying, we are eating heavy food. So it is heavy. It is a property of the food. So if you want to burn it, what you need to do? You need to give some fire to increase the low fire in our body. We need some black pepper, some some spices to boost the fire, to burn the ama, to burn the toxins. So heavy food can be digested by giving some this uh, black pepper and ginger and these cumin, fennel, coriander, all these spices. And also sometimes we need to use this. This is a Indian echinacea. It is very bitter. It is cleansing the pitta or the cleansing the liver. And this bhumi amla is Phalanthus niruri, and we are correcting the fat tissue imbalance by this Phalanthus niruri. These herbs are there which are very bitter and pungent. So if we have eaten a lot of sweet food, normally what we are eating, sweet, sour, salty, that's all. Sweet, sour, salty. Every day. Sweet, sour, salty. No pungent, bitter, astringent. Pungent, bitter. These are six tastes. Sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent. But what we are eating every day? Sweet, sour, salty. So what it is making us, we are what we are becoming? We are becoming very sweet, very sour, and very salty. So the food is making us sweet, sour, salty because we are consuming. And what is bitter? Bitter is this Phalanthus niruri and zucchini or cucumber or the salads. All the salads, spinach, and all the salads, they are light and bitter. So they are opposite to earth and water. Next slide, please. Sometimes we also do detox. That is called we are removing the toxin by inducing the diarrhea. Here, Shodhana is Panchkarma detox, Vamana Virechana. So we give some herbs to cause the diarrhea and getting rid of the fat and the toxins. Next slide, please. So in the diet, I would say warm water. Why warm water? Because it can just imagine stuck on the surface. What you will do? You will put some warm water, then you will rub it. So rubbing, by rubbing I mean exercise. When you are rubbing your body, then when you're running, you are rubbing your tissues against each other. The inside of the arteries or the muscles, they are rubbing and they are producing the fire. So when we increase the fire, it is metabolic fire which is increased by exercising. So warm water also increasing the fire. And also these millets are ancient grains like foxtail millet or barnyard millet, so they can also be used. This warm, light, and dry. Always consume warm food, hot food, not the processed or not the cold food, which is put in the refrigerator. So regular meal timing is also very important. So always make sure you eat in time, and then healthy fats. According to Ayurveda, ghee is something which can control the fire. So if you are already fat, still you need some ghee, because your fat, when it will be melting, it is not getting converted into good fat. So it will, you need to destroy your fat which you accumulated after eating food. So you kept on eating, and you became bigger and bigger. Your liver is fatty. So if you exercise or drink warm water and take control of your food, the fat will not be converted into good fat. So good fat you need every day. So you need tablespoon or teaspoons of ghee every day. Next, or the oils also. You can take almond oil also, olive oil also. So morning walk, pranayam, physical. These things you already know. Everybody knows. And why this lecture when everybody knows all? Who doesn't know we should get up in the morning? Who doesn't know that we should go for a walk? Who doesn't know we should stay away from stress? Everybody knows. Then why you don't do it? Because you forget. Because you don't make promise. You don't take it as a challenge. So make a promise to yourself. Whenever you are meditating, just start meditating for 2 minutes every night. What you will think during your meditation? 2 minutes, not more than. Every night after this webinar, go to your homes, take out 2 minutes for yourself, just talk to yourself. What I will do for myself. You start loving yourself. What is happening? We are too busy in so many things, but we don't have time for ourselves. So every night, 2 minutes, if you see any problems, they will go away slowly. So promise yourself you will be eating healthy food, you will be exercising, you will be drinking warm water, you will be eating or living as per your prakriti. So know your prakriti. You can go to our website and just speak with our doctors, or you can ask Alexander how to know my prakriti. So when you know your constitution, you can make changes in your lifestyle. So always meditate every night for 2 minutes. Then you think, then you can increase every morning. Slowly, things can be better for your life. Next, next slide. These different yoga postures you can learn. These are physical fitness exercises. These are different ancient poses to keep the metabolism going. Next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, we have some products also. This Phalanthus niruri, as I told you, this is Chanka piedra. This is Bhumi Amlaki in Ayurveda, in Sanskrit. Phalanthus niruri in Latin name. Chanka piedra in South America. In South America also it is traditionally used for for stones in the kidneys, but it is very good for the liver. Even if you have hepatitis B virus, still it is very good. So any liver cirrhosis or liver failure or fatty liver patient, so if anybody suffering from fatty liver, if they consume these products, all of them together for about 3 months, his fatty liver will be reversed. So that is for sure. And Indian echinacea is bitter. These 6 days, as I was telling you, sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent. So we need to consume bitters. Neem is bitter, kutki is bitter, Phalaenopsis niruri is bitter. All these salads, they are bitter. They are bitter herbs also. So this Indian echinacea is one king of the bitters. It is called king of the bitter. It is very bitter. It is very calming down the pitta or working on the liver to clean the liver and reduce the fat deposited in it. And liver support, it is having a plant called pine, and pine is growing in Europe, a lot of pine. So I have made product of pine and other herbs like this bringraj, this pine and bringraj. This flower is visible. These pine cones are visible at leaf support bottle. So this pine and this bringraj or Eclipta alba, they can regenerate the liver cells, the dying liver cells. So if anybody having diabetes, anybody having fatty liver, anybody having low appetite, or anybody having fatigue, tiredness, and constipation, so they can try these liver support and kutki and other herbs. Kutki, so kutki is very high altitude growing herb in India, and it is almost endangered species of the plant, but it is used in Ayurveda because it is very powerful for secreting the bile. It can help in congestion of the gallbladder or the sludge inside the gallbladder, inflammation of the gallbladder, and also improve the liver function. Immediately, the liver enzymes they come down within 1 week or 10 days of using kutki. So anybody suffering from jaundice, hepatitis, high bilirubin levels, high SGOTPT enzymes, different liver enzymes, they can consume these products to get rid of the liver issues. And especially hepatitis B virus also. It responds very well to this combination. And diaboline, it has this, it is for diabetes. As the name says, diaboline. So it can make you lean. It can help you in diabetes. What it contains is this fenugreek and Karela is bitter gourd. Again, this is bitter. Fenugreek is also very bitter, and it is very useful to help in the functioning of the pancreas, functioning of the liver also. And Gymnema sylvestre, this Gymnema is is also called Gudmar, or it is so, it has some gymnemic acid, some chemicals, or some active alkaloids. When you eat the plant, I was just seeing this plant in my backyard. This Gymnema, I have grown it there. So if you eat some leaves, you will not feel the taste of sugar after. So even if you eat the cake after this, you will not feel it tasty. So you will not like it. So you will not eat it. So gymnemic acids, when they go in our gut, they stop the flux of this glucose in our blood. So the glucose goes out of the intestines. Next slide, please. So this I explained already. Natural shield for liver and kidney. This Phalaenopsis niruri. Next, this is small plant, very small berries, around 1 feet tall plant, only 1 to 2 feet, and it is light and dry and bitter. Next slide, please. Next. Okay, next. This Indian echinacea, I explained you already, very bitter. Next. Indian echinacea is fine. This next. This leaf sport has this pine and this Indian echinacea, calmic, casni flowers. blue and round flowers. It's around 2 to 3 feet high. It's growing. It's very nice looking green blue flowers. Next, very good for liver and kidneys. Next slide. And Kutki, I explained for the liver. Dabbling. Next, please. Kutki is very rare. Picrorhiza crua. So it is also bitter. So you have seen that all these herbs, they are very bitter. Next slide, please. Okay, these dabbling, curcuma, everybody is studying curcuma nowadays. It has anti-diabetic, anti-inflammatory, antibiotic, antiseptic, antiviral. So all kind of anti-obesity, all kind of properties are there in turmeric. So we have put standardized 95% curcuminoid extract in the dabbling. So that's why very powerful for losing the weight. So all these herbs which I have given you, they are also very good for to lose weight. Next slide, please. Gymnema is another climber. It's a twine, as I told you, very bitter in taste. Next slide. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Now we can go for the session of question answer.
As we know, it's one of the most popular part of our presentation, the live dialogue with the doctor from our participants. Before we start, I want to remind our participants that we have books of Dr. Vikram translated to the different languages. We have this book in English, of course, in translated in Latvian and Russian. Recently, it was published in Finnish language. Just this week, we finished the translation and start publishing in Estonian. So it's also available in Slovak language, Romanian, and different languages of Europe. So you can ask your local representative of Planet Ayurveda for these books. Usually, it's available also website. As everything, as Dr. Vikram has a unique talent. It's not a big book, but it's very condensed, very packed with knowledge, but with very simple language, as you understand from this presentation. So I believe a lot of questions can be answered from there, and to repeat, to address yourself to such charts will to create your perfect day, perfect diet plan, regular from positions of Ayurveda. So Dr. Vikram, we have in chat, if you can open, I've translated most of the questions to English. If your eye will catch any particular question, you can take it as a priority. What I noticed, it's from our new colleague from Belgium. He mentioned that they thought that in Belgium, the pitta, they usually describe not only as a fire, but as fire and water. Of course, it's also mentioned in your book, but maybe you can give a little bit specific view on this.
Yes. In many books of Ayurveda, it is mentioned not in the ancient literature. I'm talking about the European and American literature. They have mentioned pitta as fire and water. In ancient books, pitta is mentioned as fire. So it is a initial translation was done by somebody in Europe, somebody in America. That was a mistake. So in the beginning, in the 70s or the 80s, somebody wrote some books and he translated pitta as fire and water. And then everybody in the Western world, they followed those books. And then it was all mentioned in all the books, it is fire and water. Whereas in real Charak and Sushruta in ancient books, Pitta is fire. So it should be clear that Vata is air and space, Pitta is fire, and Kapha is earth and water. I was even, you will be surprised, I was discussing this topic with some senior doctor of Ayurveda, very renowned. It's the same topic. And we were discussing the same thing, how we can rectify this mistake. So it is a long process. So my insulin level is low, but there are no signs of insulin resistance. A large belly or high triglyceride level, despite having good level of happy blood. How can I support my? I'm pitta kapha. Yes, pitta kapha people, the insulin is low. Okay, that's fine. It can be. It is possible. The insulin can be low, but there can be sign of high triglyceride and large belly, and also happy cholesterol can be good because your mental health is good. You are able to solve the issues mentally. Your mind is a powerful machine which can work as a good cop, which is helping to generate HDL. As I told you, our mind, our thoughts can help us manage so many diseases. So until now, you have big, large belly, you have high triglycerides, and you also have happy cholesterol in the body. So how it is possible? Because your mind is strong. That is why it is possible. So if your mind is strong, then why don't you exercise? So the only way to get rid of large belly is exercise. So help your happy cholesterol, help your good cop by exercising and drinking more water, and also detoxifying yourself, decreasing a pitta kapha. All these herbs which I have told you, this kutki and this leaf support and these all others, you can try them. And also eat bitter, more salads. If all the products are bitter, is it okay clients with high vata? Well, we have to judge. We have to judge. If there is high vata patient, very lean, slim, very active, too much stress, too much vata, and not relaxing, not and still having liver problem, then what do? We give some herbs which are having more kapha, but also not aggravating kapha, pacifying the vata, because it is always mentioned that it is very important to take care of the vata. It is a very good question. Most of the herbs here, they can aggravate vata, but usually liver cirrhosis, liver failure, fatty liver is happening to pitta kapha people or pitta kapha people. So these are good for them. But if the vata person is having this problem, these products can be given to that vata person also, but along with the ghee, small quantity of ghee, along with some other herbs like tribulus, which is calming down the, or brahmi or ashwagandha. So they can be combined for vata people. Will it be possible to watch the recording of the seminar? Yes, I think Alexander has a recording.
Yes, we will upload it both in English and then with the Russian channel. So you will find it. Please subscribe to our Telegram channels to see the announced publications of those videos.
You can also check my YouTube channel, Planet Ayurveda India, so Planet Ayurveda TV. You can check my YouTube channel. You will see a lot of.
As Dr. Vikram has one of the biggest YouTube channel for Ayurveda, more than 300 type Ayurveda, same popular in Europe. But we need to invest 25 plus years, as Dr. Vikram already did.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but it is. I don't feel it too much hard work because I enjoy it. It's my passion, and I'm doing it every day. I can do it without any stress or burden. And which of the presented supplements can be taken by pregnant and breastfeeding women? For pregnant and breastfeeding women, I would suggest, it depends upon the level of liver involvement. So I would suggest only two of them, two or three. You can take Phalanthus neruri and live support. You don't need others because this kutki and others, they can cause some diarrhea because they are uh, removing the toxins from the body. So during the pregnancy it is not required. Just take two of them, Phalanthus and live support. They are useful, and you can consume a lot of salad also, a lot of, and green juice must, you must consume green juice every day. When if you are pregnant, green juice is wheatgrass, green juice is wheatgrass, spirulina, spinach, coriander leaves. Just take some coriander leaves, make the juice, put some wheatgrass, put some moringa leaves, and then put some spirulina. So then you can drink that green juice. It's full of calcium, iron, magnesium, lot of antioxidants. It is perfect. You can also take red juice if you want small quantity of pomegranate, apple, beetroot, and carrots. So all mixed together, 100 ml. Green juice 100 ml and red juice 100 ml. Very good for.
We'll correct another question from our subscriber, Alina. The question was, what kind of herbs or spices should I use, I believe, to decrease gas production? I don't want to look pregnant every time.
Yeah, is
I doubt that the person wants to increase.
okay. Okay. You need to observe how the bloating is getting increased. The bloating is increased because of the food. Observe which food you are eating, which is causing the increase in the size of the belly after eating. So after eating, always drink this tea. It is called cumin, coriander, fennel tea. So cumin, coriander, and fennel. Just add one spoonful of each. You can also add some thyme or thymian into that. So thymian, cumin, coriander, fennel. All four herbs, cook them well, make the tea, and drink it. The bloating will be gone. Take 2 times every day. Make it a routine. You will be happy when your abdomen will be happy, free from bloating and gas. And we have a digestion support capsule also. Digestion support capsules can also be given after the meals. So observe your meal, observe your food.
Dr. Vikram, make a specific comment. What we have my favorite digestion support. You know it. I use it all the time. But also we have digestion power. What is the difference between them?
Yes, yes. Digestion power is when you want to lit the fire more. Digestion support is when you want to lit the fire little. So this
So
is the
before food, we use digestion power, and after the meal, we use digestion support.
yes, that is also a very good strategy. Digestion power is to enhance the digestive fire, to burn the food which you are eating. So just before the food, you increase the fire, and then you eat the food, and it will be digested very well. And after the food, you can take digestion. This so first digestion power is to increase the fire, and increase the pitta or the agni, digestive agni. So this is digestion fire power, and digestion support is to decrease the vata. After eating, the vata is increasing. You have noticed when you eat, there is formation of gas and everything, heaviness. So you eat that digestion support, then it will be fine.
Let's proceed with another question. It's from Yulia Panova. My insulin level is low. It's about 5. But where is the signs of insulin resistance? So a large belly and high triglycerides. So despite having a good level.
I have already addressed that question, but I
Great.
saw a question: how beneficial is neem for fatty liver?
Yes, yes.
So neem is bitter. That is good, but the effect of neem will be there on fatty liver. But the mainly the effect is on the diabetes, on the sugar levels, and also on the skin. So neem is not bad for liver, fatty liver, neem can be taken. But the best is Indian echinacea, these Phalanthus neruri, liver support, all these kind of herbs. They are better. Kutki is perfect.
Let's talk about beauty a bit. Does echinacea help Pitta if there are rashes and pimples on the skin?
Yes, 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 very much, very much. All these herbs they are going to be very useful for the skin because they are bitter, and neem is also very good. So you can add neem also. So you can take all these herbs for skin, no problem. And not only the pimples, but also complicated skin disorders like psoriasis or atopic dermatitis, eczemas, itching, all such pitta rashes, blemishes also you can use them.
Maybe we can link this critical question, especially regarding the high level of sugars that the teenagers likes to consume with all these drinks and everything. And same time, they're very worried about the skin condition. So how we can balance
Of,
this?
of course, as I told you, this sugar is a sweet poison, which especially the teenagers they cannot live without it. Not only the teenagers, but also the grown-ups. So the sugar, you must have noticed when we have some pets in our home, dogs or cats, we never give them sweets. Usually we say, no, no, don't give the sweet to the dog because he will have skin problem. Don't give it to the dog, give it to my children. Give it to myself. Don't give it to the dog because he will have skin problems. So why we give it to our kids? Why we feed it to ourselves? Why not our dog? Because we care for the dog and we don't care of ourselves. So sugar is associated with so many problems, with the skin disorders, with the blindness, with the arterial problem, heart attacks, strokes, stiffness of arteries, these sagging skins. So the woman should be very careful about the sugar consumption because it can cause the wrinkles. So men they are not worried about wrinkles. They should also take care of their heart health or the liver health or the kidney health by not consuming sugar. But the woman will understand more because they can relate it as sugar can cause quick aging.
In general, we can say that the consumptions of the sugar also affect the liver, and the liver condition also affects the condition of the skin.
Yes, very much right. So as I told you, liver is the key place for metabolism, for hormones, for cholesterol, for diabetes, for sugar, for vitamins, minerals, for all interconversions of fats into cholesterol, fats into glucose, or glucose into fats. So everything is happening in liver. So liver is prime. So sugar is going into liver. So all these herbs which I have explained, everybody must try them for 1 month, 2 months, and see the difference.
Please advise which supplement to take for liver fibrosis after recovering from hepatitis C, specifically from those products what we presented.
I'm seeing a lot of liver cirrhosis, liver fibrosis patients every day with a lot of also end stage liver fibrosis, stage 5, where there is too much of ascites and everything. So I'm using all these five together. Oh, this Kutki, Phalanthus neruri, this live support, everything is needed. This Indian echinacea, these four products at least, two morning to evening must be given. And you can even monitor your liver fibrosis stages by going through the fibroscan every 3 months. Sometimes the liver enzymes they are normal even during the fibrosis. You cannot analyze whether liver is damaged or not through the enzymes. They are quite normal. Albumin level they are decreased. So always you have to take a high protein diet, not high milk and milk products, not proteins from the milk. Usually the doctors, they give milk proteins and also the whey protein or other artificial protein powders. But I would recommend the natural proteins. Vegetarian proteins are okay, but sometimes the grilled or the steamed non-vegetarian food, those who consume non-vegetarian can also be given, but without salt, without such marination or something. In case of, so many people, they think Ayurveda doesn't recommend non-vegetarian food. Here I am recommending in special case, in liver cirrhosis, and there is too much of ascites and there is low albumin. Then what do? We have to recommend to those only who are non-vegetarian. Those who are vegetarian, there are a lot of vegetarian sources, very good sources. They can consume those things.
Very specific question. So let's try to answer this. How does Ayurveda view the use of snake bile? I bought such a product in Thailand. Can I use it to drink it during the hot summer?
Snake bile, yes, there are so many products being sold in Thailand and China also. So it can be used, it's not a problem. According to Ayurveda, there is a principle Sarvda Sarvbhavanas Manya Vriddhi Karanam. It is an ancient verse which says that if you eat fire, you will have more fire. If you drink water, you will have more water and less fire. So this is a principle. So if you are consuming this snake bile, so it will correct your snake bile and increase it.
Okay, from another Alina from my phone, the question is: women have a monthly period, and this time it's hard to avoid the eating of a lot of sweets and junky food. How we can replace it?
Well, it is a problem with the Europeans. I am teaching in Europe regularly, also in India, everywhere around the world. We are kind of addicted to sugar. So we have to promise and meditate every night. We have to take control of our mind and our sensory organs, our tongue. So you can take Brahmi, you can take female health support if you have irregular menstruation, irritability, anger, anxiety, fears. All these Vata problems can be managed by consuming this Brahmi and the meditation which I have told you. So only start with 2 minutes meditation every night. During the meditation, what you will say to yourself that I love myself. I will not talk about my past. I will not listen to anybody who is talking about past things. So many people, they are talking about the past. My past life was better. My past life was bad. So this is happening because of the subconscious, uh, lack of training of the subconscious. We have to train our subconscious. So it is the practice every night, 2 minutes, nothing more. You will be expert very soon how to take care of your health, physical health, mental health, and also how to control your urges to eat the sugar or the sweets. You can control it by promise.
Connected question, just to be specific, especially for our European listeners. So, why you mentioned only the night meditation? Can it be done in the morning?
It is the usually it should be the morning meditation. Everybody is talking about morning meditation. I also talk about morning meditation, but people, I am speaking with very innocent people. I am speaking with very simple people. I am speaking with very novice people. So I want them to learn. I want them to practice. So once they know what is the benefit of 2 minutes meditation before sleeping, then they will do 1 hour meditation every morning after 1 month. So my agenda is just to give them a taste of this meditation. Otherwise, if I tell them we should meditate 1 hour every morning, it is not practical. The innocent people who are trapped in the illusion of this material world, they cannot get up for 1 hour in the morning and they cannot do meditation. I have seen practically it is not easy to to train their subconscious mind. The best way I have found is 2 minute meditation before sleep. Just remember, start loving you. Once you fall in love with yourself, you will be doing 1 hour every morning and also exercise. You will start doing.
Great. Great. Thank you for clarification. Question from Irina. Treatment of Parkinson's disease, osteopenia, so and autoimmune diseases. What you can take on this?
Yes, autoimmune diseases, they are triggered because of the low digestive fire and low metabolic fire. Once you eat certain incompatible foods, and there is reaction of our immune system to those incompatible energies, and that triggers the autoimmune process. So we have to be very careful mixing of these dairy products with the sour food, milk with pineapple, cheese with the tomatoes. So all these lemons with milk, lemon with sour milk, lemon with yogurt. So all combination, sour combination with dairy products, they are causing the autoimmune disorders because they cause fermentation in the gut. They cause, and also stress. Many people, they are eating this food, nothing is happening to them. But when it is combined by stress, that is a trigger. So immediately the autoimmune disease they appear. So there is a possibility to solve it. So these bitter herbs, first of all, you avoid these combinations, stop consuming dairy, and then you consume these bitter herbs. They will correct the immune system. This Indian echinacea is very powerful to correct. And also giloy. I use giloy along with Indian echinacea in all autoimmune disorders. And the first question was Parkinsonism, lack of dopamine. We have a in the midbrain there is substantia nigra, some area in the midbrain which is producing this dopamine, and that is depleted with age. So dopamine is a hormone or a neurotransmitter for excitement. If I appreciate you, Alexander, you are a very good person. You are the best. You are
Nice to know.
wonderful. Alexander, you are wonderful. You are great. You are a great personality. So, what will happen? You will smile, and your heart will smile. Your brain will also smile, and your dopamine will be released in too much quantity. And if I honor you, Alexander, I give you a word of honor. Again, more dopamine. So if I don't honor you, if I don't appreciate you, if I tell you you are a bad person, the dopamine reduces. It is excitement in our life. So the Parkinsonism patients, they are usually less appreciated, or they don't appreciate themselves. They don't love themselves, or maybe they are not appreciated very well by others. So they are very pitta people, very intelligent people who suffer. Pitta and vata. So pitta vata dries up the dopamine. So how we can correct? Give some ghee. Ghee is also happiness and also a lot of appreciation. We have some herbs which are physical level. They can help like this mucuna. We have new herb park. This mucuna pruriens. I can type the name. Mucuna pruriens is good. MUCUNA. Park, Guna, and Parkin capsules. We have for Parkinsonism, this Mucuna pruriens is a herb. So this is having natural dopamine. So this can be given at physical level, but it has so many other aspects also. Exercise is also, massage also, panchkarma also. So many things.
Great. Let's proceed with the question. We still have time. You can send your questions in our chat on this Zoom. If you can place it at once in English, it can be faster, but you also can type in Russian and other languages. We can all use ChatGPT or our tools to translate. So now the language is not a barrier. So from Yeva, I'm 54 years old and it is stage of life, and there are other factors that contribute to insulin resistance. So additional things, what should I avoid?
Well, is this as I told you in the food, sweet, sour, and salty. They are making you fat. They are increasing the insulin resistance, and also the stress, because stress is increasing cortisol, and cortisol is producing more sugar from the body itself. It is releasing more sugar and more deposition of fat. So stress is the major cause. So two things you must take care: no more sugar intake, no sedentary lifestyle, and also no stress. So no stress, the solution of no stress is that 2 minute meditation before sleep, and you say thank you to your family, and don't think negative about the people who have done something wrong with you. They have their own theories, agendas in life. You have your own agenda. So start loving yourself, be peaceful. Remember every night 2 minutes meditation. Start with that. Slowly, slowly, you can be expert. Then you can do 1 hour every morning.
Thank you for inspiration again. And now, more specific question from our colleague Romuald. You remember him from our seminar.
Yes.
Please explain in more details the indicator for glycate hemoglobin at the values we start to worry. Is this if this indicated elevated? How long the average it takes to transition from pre-diabetic state to a diabetes diagnosis?
Yeah. Usually up to 6.2 HbA1c is considered as a pre-diabetic. Less than 5.7 is called non-diabetic, no diabetes. If you are having between 5.7 to 6.2, it is called no, it is called pre-diabetes. So less than 5.7 is no diabetes. Above 6.2 or 6.3 is diabetes. So, but it has to come 3 or 4 times at more than 6.4. If it is coming 3 or 4 times, 6.4, 6.4, 6.5, 6.6, that means you have become diabetic. So if you are still in between 5.7 to 6.2 or 6.4, that means you are in the range of pre-diabetes. And if you are below 5.7, that means you are okay. But ideal should be less than 5.5. Ideal. Usually people they are having 5.4, 5.7, which are non-diabetic. But if you check in today's population, most of them are either diabetic or pre-diabetic. So we should be worried when it is going from. We should not be worried. We should be cautious or take care, careful. We should be careful, not worried. Live a care-free life, not careless life. There is difference between carefree and careless. Be carefree, but don't be careless. So 5.7 is okay. We should, if it is going above 5.7, then it is not good. And it is possible to bring it below 5 also. 4.7, 4.8, it is possible. 4.6.
Next question, I believe you will appreciate, Dr. Vikram. We became the family consultant and the social phenomena. My husband drinks cola after eating heavy foods and says it helps him with digestion of the food and fats. Could you please explain? I let him listen to your answer. Thank you.
That is very interesting, and so many people they are having the same theory that it helps them for digestion. First of all, it is full of caffeine because it gives them kick. Secondly, it is full of sugar. It gives them another kick. So, and thirdly, it has carbon dioxide. When you make Coca-Cola or any soft drink, you take some water, put some carbon dioxide under pressure, and add some chemical and a lot of sugar and add a color. So it becomes a soft drink. So lot of chemicals, lot of caffeine, lot of sugar, and lot of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide we are eliminating from our lungs, from our blood. So if there is carbon dioxide in our stomach, and then it the burps they start to come, the burps. So we feel that sometimes people they feel that our food is getting digested because we are burping. It is because of the carbon dioxide, not because of something which is helping to really digest the food. They feel happy and light and comfortable because this sugar is releasing dopamine in the body. When we eat sugar, it is like a reward, like honor, like a respect or appreciation. If I give you an honor or some certificate, you will be happy. So if I give you chocolate, you will be happy too. And if you eat that chocolate or some sugar or drink some Coca Cola, then you will be more happy because there will be sugar rush. So whenever there is sugar rush, we feel too much excited and happy. So your husband is drinking Coca Cola or cola drinks, and he's burping and feels and is comfortable in the stomach because there is too much of carbon dioxide, and then because of that he feels it is helping him to digest, but in the long run it is getting converted into fats, it is into cholesterol, into bad hormones. It is causing the stiffness in the arteries. It is causing so many problems, a lot of sugar in it, and also drying up the system. It must be pitta and kapha, because Pita people, they are very logical and very intelligent. They have a lot of arguments. They have a lot of points. And Kapha people, they are happy and fatty. They love to eat. So that is his Prakriti, Pitta and Kapha. This is what I think. Am I right or not?
We couldn't know because it's the chat question, but if the author will reply, maybe we will comment. So let's proceed. We have less than 10 minutes. So next question, is it possible that the liver problems can lead to amenorrhea?
Liver problem can lead to amenorrhea.
Yes.
Of course, it can lead to lack of nutrition also. If the liver is not working well, then a lot of these because all the female hormones they are also produced in the ovaries, but they are processed and converted from cholesterol. The cholesterol metabolism, if you read, it is metabolized in liver. So the female hormones they are and male hormones also made up of cholesterol. So if the liver is not well, the liver is not converting the cholesterol into the hormones, and the cholesterol levels they go up and the hormones level they go down. So that is the problem in both ways. So it is very important for us to detox the liver. It can lead to balance of the hormones.
And not the very special for me and for my family and for our friend from Finland who also asked this, because now we are in the season of the mushroom collecting. So how can we evaluate protein from mushrooms in terms of micronutrients intake? Specifically, if 1 gram of protein for 1 kilogram of the body weight is needed, then if I eat 100 grams of cooked, specifically fried mushrooms, how much protein will I get from them? Any idea, Dr. Vikram? Because
Yes,
we like the mushroom hunting, you know.
there are different types of mushrooms. So I am recommending mushrooms to my liver cirrhosis patients, the common edible mushrooms. So it is not like they are having very little protein or very high protein. They have many other properties also which are good for the body. So around 3 to 10 grams of protein per 100 gram. So usually different mushrooms they have 4, 5 or 6 gram, but it is between 3 to 8, 9 per 100 gram of mushrooms. I have made a list of vegetarian proteins in my office, so I can share with you. You can share with all the participants. You can take it from my office because I'm dealing with a lot of liver cirrhosis, liver fibrosis patients every day. So this can be given. Other than mushrooms, I am recommending this grams, black grams, this chickpeas, peas, normal green peas also. Mushroom and green peas vegetable can be consumed every day. Green peas also have a lot of protein, 3 to 7 grams. So it is okay to consume the vegetable of green peas along with mushrooms.
Specifically, in this case, we're talking about the Boletus family mushrooms. Of course, it's not a champignon, so it's the wild mushrooms. So, yes, let's return sometimes later to the specifics of the different mushrooms. I believe if you will be in Baltics as we're expecting in this September, maybe we can go with you also for the mushroom hunting. Is it possible, Dr. Vikram?
Yes, of course, I love to visit various forests, various places where I can find the herbs and plants. Once I was in northern Himalayan mountain range, I saw some guys collecting mushrooms from the mountains, and I asked him, "What are you doing?" He came up with one mushroom. He said, "I am collecting these." I said, "What is this?" He said, it is Gucci mushroom." I said, "What is Gucci mushroom?" He said, "It is very expensive, and we cook it, we eat it, and it is very rare." And he's collecting one by one, like we spent like 4 hours like, to collect. And how much is the price for the Gucci mushroom? Is like 1,500 euros per kilo.
I believe he talks about the Cordyceps militaris in particular. Yes, it's very popular and we have it in other products.
Yes, yes. So it is very expensive.
So, closing our today's session and few words to conclusion, Dr. Vikram, from you. We have 2 minutes and please inspire us more for rest of the summer.
You are living in heaven. You are living in a refrigerator. And if we put an apple in a refrigerator, what will happen to the apple? It will live long life. Whenever we get vegetables, we put in the fridge. It lives longer. So you are blessed by God. In Africa, in tropical climates, it's too much hot, 45 degrees centigrade and 50 degrees centigrade in certain parts. And people, the sun takes out the juice from the bodies, from the food, from everything, from the fruits and from vegetables. So it is very harsh condition, and so you are blessed. But despite of being blessed, people in Europe consuming a lot of bad foods, bad eating habits, not sleeping well, not eating well, consuming a lot of processed food, and a lot of stress, and and they are not valuing what they have been given by God: fresh air, fresh water, everything clean environment. So my message to you this time is: you are blessed. You should be happy and thankful. Always develop an attitude of gratitude. Always, when you do 2 minute meditation, always say thank you to anybody who caused a problem in your life. Anybody who caused trouble in your life, you say thank you, because they made you a better human being. They made you, they evolved you, they made you learn how to live a better life. So be thankful to anybody and everybody, and be thankful to God also. You are living in a very good environment. Enjoy the summer, enjoy the season, and enjoy the food. Live healthy and live happy and live peaceful life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Vikram.